For like 2 years, I just knew inside of me that eventually I'm going to have to do this. But I was too afraid to take that radical action and actually tell them, hey, I don't want to go to college. I want to pursue my passions instead. Alright guys, so I'm about to attempt to jump to a rock sitting in the middle of a river. And it's very muddy and it's very slippery. And I'm going to bring you guys along with me because I want you guys to see this. So if I drop my camera, that would not be good at all. So here it is. That's the rock I'm trying to get to right there. Let's see if I can do this. Alright. We're on this rock. It's not too bad. Let's go. Alright, we made it. Perfect filming spot right here, guys. We got the sun shining. We got the river flowing right beside me. I hope it's not too loud for you guys, but I think it's very calming actually. Just listening to the water flowing. I think it's a very calming experience, very calming sound, especially since I'm right here with the water in person. It's just very relaxing and I love to hear it. So in this video, what I really want to talk about is radical action. So taking radical action is the best thing that you can do in your life. Taking extreme radical action in your life is something that can completely change the trajectory of your life forever. If you take one radical action in your life towards something that is productive, towards something that you want to accomplish in life, you will go far places. If you just take that first initial radical action, that is all you need to do in order to set the momentum for your future. So like I said, that first initial radical action that you can take is the most important action out of your entire journey. And that's the action that I'm taking with this channel. I started this YouTube channel a few months ago, but I really started posting like last week. I think I started actually posting on this channel. And to give you guys a little bit of background, I've had an ASMR channel for about a year now. Last December I started it, and that channel has been amazing. I love that channel and I love posting those videos. But I've always wanted to do videos like this, just me and the camera out in nature, talking to the camera, talking about things that I love, talking about things that mean a lot to me. So I've always wanted to do this. This has been like a lifelong thing of mine. Like I've always wanted to do this. And now I'm actually taking that radical action. I took that radical action and I'm actually doing it right now. And it is a very rewarding feeling to actually be doing this. So I want to talk about radical action, and one thing about radical action is that if you look back throughout history, like the presidents and the military sergeants and the leaders, they all took that radical action. That is what made them so special, and that is what turned them into that leader that they became. So for example, like in the army, like a military sergeant, like a leader, they have to take that initial move on the enemy. They have to take that initial radical action in order to lead their army into battle. They have to set the stage for their army. They have to be the ones to fire that first shot or make that first move in battle. And imagine how terrifying that is, taking that initial move, especially in warfare. Like, I couldn't even imagine having to take that first initial action on the enemy. That is just terrifying to me. But that is what radical action is that it is that first initial move that is the most terrifying move to make. But let me tell you, it is the most rewarding move that you will ever make in your life. So radical action, all throughout history, when people made that first radical action, that first radical move, they just felt this gut feeling that they had to do it, and they went and they did it. And that is how change has happened in the history. That is how change happens. Taking initial radical moves towards something that you believe in. So this is how drastic change happens in the world, even all around the world. When you take that first initial move, big things happen as a result. It's cause and effect. You take that initial move and major things are going to happen as a result of that. So now I want to talk about having faith and confidence. So when you're taking a radical move that is way outside of your comfort zone, kind of like I'm doing right now with this channel, when you take that initial move that is way outside of your comfort zone, you're going to need some sort of faith and some sort of confidence that what you're doing is the right thing. You have to know in the back of your mind that I am making the right decision. Tell yourself, I am making the right decision right now. You gotta just know that you are doing the right thing. You have to have 100% confidence that what you're doing is in alignment with your heart, with your passions, with your life purpose, okay? And if you have that unrelenting confidence and that unrelenting faith that what you're doing is right and what you're doing is leaving an impact on people, then that taking that radical action will be so much easier for you. It will be that much easier when you have that faith and you have that confidence in yourself. Alright, so now I want to talk about the fear of failure and how this relates to taking radical action. So a lot of people in this world, they can't take that first radical action because they have so much fear inside of them that they're going to fail, that if they take that action, then something bad's going to happen to them, that they're going to become a failure, that it's not going to work out, that it's going to have some negative impact on their life. And this is why so many people are stuck in the same spot for so many years. People do not know how to take radical action because they're so afraid to, and I don't blame them, because taking radical action is the most difficult thing you can do. Jumping out of your comfort zone like that, it's terrifying. It is so scary doing something that you know you are uncomfortable with, but just doing it anyway. It's so scary and it's so uncomfortable, but let me tell you, it is so rewarding. And having that fear of failure is really what blocks it from happening. Let go of the fear that you're doing the wrong thing, that you're going to be hurt in some way as a result of this radical action. Just let that go completely. Just let it go. Do not even think about it. Just focus on the mission. That's what I'm telling you guys. Just focus on the mission. Focus on completing the mission to the best of your ability. Don't worry how it turns out. Don't worry what's going to happen to you if you do it. Just focus on completing the mission, okay? That is all you need to do. And you just gotta let go of that fear. You gotta let go of that fear. So now I want to tell you guys about kind of like my story, like how I took radical action in my own life. So a few months back, I started college. I started college in September of 2021. And I've known for like the past 2 years that I don't want a 9-to-5 job. Like, I've known that in the back of my mind for the past 2 years. So I knew this was coming. Like, I knew that eventually I was going to drop out of school, but I just didn't take that action to actually tell my parents, like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want a 9-to-5 job. I don't want to go to college, and I don't want to do this. And for like 2 years, I just knew inside of me that eventually I'm going to have to do this. But I was too afraid to take that radical action and actually tell them, hey, I don't want to go to college. I want to pursue my passions instead. And recently I took that radical action. Go watch my last video, or not my last video, but go watch my video on why I dropped out of college. It's a great video. I talk about why I dropped out of college, and yeah, recently I actually did it. I told my parents I don't want to go to college, I don't want a 9-to-5 job, and I want to pursue my passions instead. I want to become a YouTuber. I want to do this full time, and that's what I told them. And it was the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life, doing that. Well, one of the hardest things I've ever done. That was like one of the hardest things I've ever done, was telling them that. And I'm still kind of going through it. Like, this is a new thing. Like, I just did this. I just told them that I don't want to go to college and I want to do this instead. And I'm still kind of trying to figure myself out. I'm still trying to find out who I am and find out what I'm here to do. So I took that radical action. It wasn't easy. It was terribly difficult, but I'm telling you guys this because you can do it too. I know there's something in your life that you want to do that requires like radical action. I know there's that thing in your life that you want to do. And I highly encourage you guys to just do it. Follow what Nike says. Just do it, okay? You just got to do it because it's so rewarding. It's like lifting a heavy weight off your chest. You can finally breathe. You finally know that you are on the right path, that you are doing the right thing. And that's how I feel right now. Like, I know I'm doing the right thing. And I know I'm on the right path because I took that radical action. And it wasn't easy. It was so hard, actually, guys. It was so hard. But I took that action. I did it anyway. And look where I am now. I'm doing what I love. I'm out in nature, talking to you guys. And this is basically just motivation for you guys to take the radical action, whatever it is in your life. Just take that action and do what you need to do to follow your purpose and follow your heart. Because if you're not following your heart, what are you doing? If you're not following your heart, what are you doing? So I encourage you guys to follow your heart every day. Take radical action. Take actions towards your future, towards who you want to become as a person, and I guarantee you, you will feel amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love all of you guys. I appreciate all 3 of my current subscribers right now. I'm just getting started. I have 3 subscribers at the time of filming this, but I greatly, greatly appreciate all of you. So thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.